Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Back at the range. But today's range footage a little bit different because a few days ago I attended a rifle scope zeroing basics of zeroing a rifle scope class, and instead of showing you footage from inside the classroom and showing you the instructor's curriculum and all that kind of good stuff, I'll just give you a brief synopsis or overview of what we went through in the class, and after that I'll show you a few highlights from out at the range, zeroing the rifles and getting some rounds down, punching some targets and getting everything dialed in. So basic synopsis of what we had going on inside the classroom, which was a quick intro to rifle scopes and some of the common terminology associated with rifle scopes, i.e. your MOA, your mills, your parallax, your eye relief, zeroing, reticles, things of that nature. Types of scopes, whether it's fixed, variable power, first focal plane, second focal plane, information, stuff like that. I won't get too much into the details and definitions of a lot of that stuff because you can go into a deep rabbit hole and this video could be long if you start getting too deep. We went over the anatomy of a rifle scope, i.e. objective lenses, ocular lens, tubes, tube diameter, turrets, adjusting for windage, elevation, parallax, and so on and so forth. We also went over mounting fundamentals, mounts and rings for your scope, the importance of proper eye relief when mounting your scope, leveling concepts, torque specs and why they matter, because you don't want to damage your scope when you're tightening it down onto your rifle, and how improper mounting affects accuracy when you're trying to get those long distance shots off. Understanding sight picture and reticles, proper eye alignment, reticle subtensions, and what all that good stuff mean. Again, don't want to go down the rabbit hole. Using holdovers, turrets, and reading turret markings. We talked about precision versus accuracy, and high precision, high accuracy versus low precision, low accuracy, and everything in between. We talked about MOA, which is minute of angle, versus mils or mil rads. Here's an example of how to calculate MOA when you're making adjustments. Here's an example of how you calculate mils when you're making adjustments. We also talked about bore sighting and utilizing tripods, lead sleds, sandbags, etc. to minimize any movement of the rifle when you're trying to get your scope dialed in. So here's a few highlights from out on the range.
Right now I'm going to confirm again. I'm still pointing at the center of that. Now I'm going to look up here. Now everybody come in and look where his reticle is at. So when you're torquing these things, you don't want to do one and then torque it all the way and then torque the other one. You want to do a little bit on this one, a little bit on that one, so you're distributing that pressure, right? So always check it again. So there it is. Now I'm going to move this guy. Take the shot. You're going to see where we're at. All right, whenever you're ready. Nice, easy press. All right. Now let me show you something. You guys come around this way. Let me show you something else. You want to have a little bit more control. More control. You have the tendency while you're holding the grip, you're going to have the tendency of when you squeeze that grip, you're gonna have tendency of moving the rifle to the left a little bit. If you take that thumb and put it on the other side, now all you're doing is just moving this guy right here, so you don't have that motion. Does that make sense? So try taking a shot like that, see how that feels. Head on. Nice. All right, that's good.
Perfect.
Take that, put that safety on. He's dead on. If I need the reticle to go up, right? Then, I'm sorry, if I need the reticle to go down or up, I'm just gonna release the pressure on my hand. You see how it's moving? If I need to go up, I'm just gonna squeeze. That's all you do. And that reticle is not moving at all. Like I can put it dead center. Kind of look at each one and see what kind of difference they make. Yours, I want to get it on this tape. Dead center. That's it. You're done, sir. There you go. So that math works, right? So now you don't have the sleeping turrets. So what you have to do is make sure the caps don't come off. All right. Whenever you're ready, sir, you can send that. Where am I at? Are you good with that? So, a couple more things there. Right on? Ah, no worries. Same gun, yeah. All right, so let's, if you want to get your gun out, sir, so we can get him over here. That way we can get him going as well. And then we'll check yours in a minute, sir. Shooting high? So, that's a big.
Every time every time you hit the target, you hit a smack.
You have any meat left when you hit a deer with it? I mean, because here in Texas, the deer are not that big. Half one, half. Half a turn. There it is, right there. Son? After he's zero like that, then I wouldn't touch it. You know? Same spot? Right on the diamond? You're done. Good to go, man. Now, these, I don't do it. You're not on paper.
Next one.
Oh, you're shooting at this one. Oh, okay. Never
Yeah.
mind. I thought you were doing that. Oh, yeah, no, definitely. You're dead on. That's precision right there. Right?
There you have it.
So,
There it is. 0.8 rifle, scoped basics. Now, if you're new to rifle scopes and rifles and mounting and all that kind of good stuff, good class forward. Also, if you're familiar but want to brush up on some of the information and get some rounds down, good class forward. And last but not least, if you just want to get out, get some rounds down, meet some cool people, definitely a good class forward. So until the next one, you know what to do. Hold it in the road and we out. You vid.